Time now.
It's time
now.
Here we go.
For Blues America. It's Blues America time. Blues America time.
The blues is a feeling. The blues is life. The blues is stories and legend. The blues is the heart and soul of America. It is our history and national standard. Everything started from the blues. It's time now for Blues America. Blues America, broadcasting coast to coast. Let's talk about the blues, shall we?
Yes, let's talk about some blues. This is your source for blues talk. A little blues show from Arizona, Blues America. I'm in charge of this mess, your humble host, your blues anchor, the guy behind the blues, Drew Verbis. Here's what you need to know. Blues America broadcasts weekly on the radio, from coast to coast, and worldwide on the streaming podcast at PRX, iTunes, and online now at bluesamerica.com. The website also features blues junk, like the photo of the week, the blues news, and detailed program information. Contact the show at bluesamerica@gmail.com, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Today on Blues America, blues singer Alabama Mike, plus the Blues Break Big Number 1 with Francine Reed, and the Way Back Blues with Curly Weaver from PRX, Public Radio Exchange. You're listening to Blues America. I'm that guy, Drew Verbis.
Blues America is recorded and produced at the Chico Chisholm Memorial Studio.
Today on Blues America, the award-winning blues singer, Alabama Mike. The Alabama native currently resides in Northern California and has released 3 records, 2 critically acclaimed solo releases, and one with a trio called the Hound Kings. His next project, due in 2016, was recorded at the famed Greaseland studio and features Kid Anderson, Aki Kumar, and Jim Pugh. He's also a featured artist on the upcoming Delta Groove release by Bob Corritore and Big John Atkinson. He's known for his raw down-home singing, and the tenor has been featured on large festivals and shared the stage with names like the Fabulous Thunderbirds, Bobby Rush, and Willie Big Eye Smith. Please welcome Alabama Mike to Blues America.
Blues America is endorsed by the Phoenix Blues Society. Learn how to become a member at phoenixblues.org. Blues America. Now that's some home cooking.
When I was a little boy, I couldn't wait to get grown to leave mom and daddy.
Mike, welcome to Blues America here at the Chico Chisholm Memorial Studio in Phoenix.
It's great to be in the city of Phoenix, you know. And like I say, a lot of people haven't heard of me here, but I'm doing my best tonight to make sure they know who in the hell Alabama Mike is.
So tell us about Alabama Mike. Obviously, you live in the Bay Area, but you were born in Alabama.
Yes, I live up in the Oakland area right now, but I was born in Talladega, Alabama, born and raised. And I came out in California in the early 80s and just got into a rich blues scene, you know, up in the Bay Area. And just to kind of, you know, been infused with the blues, you know, as you can say. But I got the kind of the background for music, coming from a musical family.
Stop putting me on. I know our love is gone, and I know you have another man.
So you have your roots in the gospel church.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm originally that's my home. My home is always will be in the gospel. That's where I learned from. My dad, quartet singing. He kind of had us. He didn't force us into it, but he kind of kept us around the environment of the music, and it just took to me and a couple more of my other family members. But yeah, that's where I'm come from, the gospel church.
How did you get introduced to the blues?
Well, I always loved the blues when I was a young man. You know, I would hang out in places that actually I was too young to go, but I always hung out with older fellas trying to learn, you know, just learn some things. And being around older fellas, I was listening to the kind of music they listened to, and most of it was blues, you know, the kind of soul blues around that time where I'm come from, in the region where I'm from. Soul blues was real big at that time. But, you know, me loving being a student, I try to dig up and find, you know, go to the roots. And when I found, you know, listen to a lot of acoustic blues and original blues, you know, a lot of Lightning Hopkins and things like that, Johnny Lee Hooker and Muddy Waters, and then that kind of struck my spirit, you know, and it got into my soul. And I found it like, hey, this is the way I want to express myself right here. This is my new home, you know. Absolutely. So that's what kind of how it happened to me.
Red, white, and blues. You're listening to Blues America, baby.
You're listening to Blues America, and I'm your host, Drew Verbis, and I'm hanging out at the Chico Chisholm Memorial Studio in Phoenix at 4242 East University Drive, live with today's special guest, blues singer Alabama Mike. So Alabama Mike is really the perfect stage name for a blues artist. Were you called that prior to turning professional?
Not really. It was just, it was a thing that I felt like needed it. I wanted to represent where I'm from in Alabama for the most part, because if you notice, Alabama has not been represented the way it should be. A lot of strong, popular artists and famous people come out of Alabama, but they went other places and got famous and left Alabama, you know, as a footnote, you know, and that's not the way I think it should be. So I got it up holding it as, you know, Alabama is the vanguard, and I want to put that out before me, let people know, hey, we just as important as Mississippi, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, whatever you want to call it. We Chicago even, Alabama, yeah.
Do you still have family back there?
Yeah, most all of my family is back there. You know, I have, very few, maybe a handful of family members up in the Bay Area, but all of my family is there between Georgia and Tennessee and Alabama and around there.
So what about your family? Do they know that you're a professional blues singer?
Well, you know, my dad passed a couple of years ago, but yeah, he was excited. He never got the chance to see me perform the blues live and whatnot. But when I would go home, he and I, we always sit around and sing the gospel together. You know, we like the same stuff, all the old original gospel. But yeah, he was okay with it. You know, my dad, you know, your parents, most of the time, they happy as long as you happy. And my mom, she's alive right now. She supports me, and she goes around talking about her son, this and that. But she never got to see me perform live either, so I don't know if she would come out to a club or nothing like that. You know, my mom, she's a holy roller, you know, for real.
You know, many holy rollers have recorded in the blues industry, including the Five Blind Boys of Alabama, so you know, maybe a few more gospel crossovers would make your mom your biggest fan.
Oh yeah, you know, the next I got a CD that is coming out to be released in the spring of 2016, I got a gospel 10-inch tune on there that I penned called "Take the Lord with You," and that's the thing that I do now. I want to kind of put that out there. I like to let people know, hey, that's just a part of me, and I'll never be ashamed of the gospel, because that's where I come from, and I'll never be ashamed of where I come from. But like you say, the Five Blind Boys, they right from the town I grew up in, Talladega. That's where they originated from. So, that's big, and I love to do it.
Listening to Blues America.
Damn right.
Damn right. We got the blues. More blues on our Facebook and Twitter.
You're listening to Blues America from PRX, Public Radio Exchange. And I'm speaking with bluesman, Alabama Mike. Now, Mike, you're a professional truck driver. I find that to be interesting because all of the drivers I know are actually singers. So I'm thinking there must be a lot of talent riding down the highway.
Yeah, if you're a creative type of person and you got a lot of time for yourself, usually you might just have to pour yourself into that, kind of into your art to, just to get through. Because other than that, you go berserk. It's what else is to do. So you kind of sit around and you got a lot of time on your hands, a lot of driving and a lot of being to yourself a lot. And that's what happened with me. I do a lot of my writing, in the truck, on my downtime. I wrote a lot of songs, man, a lot of songs in that truck. Hopefully, I don't know what I'd do if I ever have to get out of that truck with that. But I still drive from time to time. But, I keep the kind of job where I can take off and do what I really love and I feel I need to do, and that's just the blues, You
got diesel fuel in your blood?
Please believe it.
Yeah.
Highway in my heart, man.
So that's good training then for being out on the road and being a professional blues artist.
Oh yeah, please believe it. So the road is no stranger to me. So I don't mind going. I love to travel, especially if I'm going to work and can get a buck.
Religion, because you've given me all the hell that I can stand. No, don't talk to me about religion, because you've given me all the hell that I can stand.
So your first album was called Day to Day, and it featured the song we're playing now in the background, Religion. Tell me about that album.
Well, that album, Day to Day, I wrote about 8 songs, and some of them was one of my very first blues songs that I wrote, that I recorded, called Religion on that one, which it wasn't intended to be a whole record. I was just supposed to be on a compilation with a lot of other artists that the friend of mine, Scott Silvera, was putting a record together with just a lot of artists. He